Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Sabado Session Podcast. This is one of our Sheffield series episode. Today we have Lya Bavoil. How you doing, darling?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm been came back from the Euros, which was an interesting competition in terms of like the
You
set.
did you did amazing.
Oh,
I watched it. You did
thank
amazing.
you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think it was one of them ones like to me. I know if, as a lifter, you want to win, right? Because that's what we
Yeah.
go there for. Winning is everything. But it's just that the way everything panned out for me, I came out that comp. It's the first comp probably in a very long time for me to come out with a smile. I didn't care whether I came second. I didn't care whether I won. It's because I had a better meet than Malta. I was actually happy on the platform and enjoying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, when you're going up against Enna, you lose by a 380 kilo deadlift. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
there's nothing you
That's
can do.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
We at the gym we were like everyone going crazy like, "What? He really did it?"
yeah, and then
183? Like that was crazy.
that's and the plus, I mean, is like I'm the first guy that have pushed him to get a third deadlift. He hasn't never had a
Yeah.
third deadlift for a very long time. So now I understand if Enna misses opener, that means he's gonna get his second and third. If he misses his second, he's gonna get his third. So I understand now because in the past he go first and second and miss third. So now I understand the game plan. So yeah, probably he's gonna listen to this and thinking, oh yeah, he got my plan pan out. So anyway, so how's the prep going on your side?
Good. Really, really good. Nothing we can complain about. Um yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot's been happening, right? Since World, I know you set the world record in Malta 549, and then you
Yeah.
came for your last deadlift and said, guys, sod off, fuck you lot, bye bye, see you at Sheffield. That's what you actually did, so, which is
Yeah. So that the thing now that it's a little bit screw up. It's I already win with my second deadlift, and I knew like nobody can go for me and like pull for the win or whatever. So I was like, what I'm gonna push more the world record when I have to do it at Sheffield because at Sheffield this is where it's gonna matter.
so.
So yeah,
Was it
that's
an
why I didn't do
was
my
it an
second
intent?
deadlift.
Was it a plan thing with your coach thinking, okay, um, I'm gonna try to win on the second, the third one, I'm just gonna come and wave goodbye. Was it already planned or it only happened on the day?
It was kind of planned. I was like, I want to open. I'm gonna do my second deadlift and like already break the world record. Like it was by 0.5 or 1 kilo, I think. And let us start deadlift. If I need it, I pull it. If I don't, I don't pull it. So yeah, it was kind of planned already.
I mean, let me just take you a step back in terms of like, because we all know what happened last year. We can't go and talk about it again because I know it's Ryan fault or Brem King on the lift fault. Let's leave it there, right? Let's not open that kind of one. It was you Ryan fault in South Africa. Let's leave it there. So, what was the mindset now? You leading to Malta? Did you change anything, or was it just like, you know what, business as usual? I don't need to cut weight this time. I don't need to worry about it. I'm just gonna go there and do a Lya Bavoil. Was it that mindset?
Um, it was a little bit. Um, I don't know. It was weird because I have dealt with back injuries since Word last year, even before Words, like from February, March 2022. So going to Words, I was like, no, you have to hold on. You have Words. But like, well, what happened at Words? I miss weight. And after I'm going for my redemption to the Arnold's, still going with back issues. And I'm like, no, you have to hold on. You have to hold on until the Arnold's. And after the Arnold's, it's like I can't deadlift anymore. I can't squat anymore. It like way too painful. So going to Sheffield it was hard because I was dealing with that back injury and I barely could really train and push. So I thought about pulling out from Sheffield, and I was like, well, it's the first edition. You already have a wild card. You have the chance to be there. You have to do your best, even if I knew like I have really little chance to win. But I was happy because I could come back at one of my best total. Even if like I didn't really push really hard the work record, I was already able like to squat and deadlift. So going to work from there, from Sheffield to there, I was like managing still that back issues, but still like gaining that confidence back. And it was weird because I didn't really push for words, because I was like, I don't really need to push because I don't really like to pull a huge total. Um, so I was like just maintaining strength actually. So I was like, okay, I'm maintaining my strength. I'm managing my back issues from now. So I'm not dealing with it anymore. So yeah, going to work, I was like just gaining my confidence back. And my goal was, okay, win and go Sheffield.
So, I mean, you said one thing there is you were just maintaining your strength so it can get you through World Championship and win and go to Sheffield, right? Before even attached there. So, before even attached to the next Sheffield that's coming up. So, what you
Yeah.
tell us, the Lya we saw at World was a Lya in the maintenance. It was not a Lya in getting strong, a Lya in pushing. It's just a
Yeah.
Lya in maintenance to go through.
I was just maintaining strength.
Jesus
I
Christ.
was not pushing at all.
Good luck, good luck to everybody else.
that that's why people think I'm um well, because obviously people come to talk to me. I saw some stuff on social media, blah blah, and some people think that's my real level of strength right now, and I'm not progressing anymore, and that's not it at all.
Everyone that is close to you or everyone that follow you that sees your training at the moment probably, yeah, they will say different things because yeah, what we're seeing is ridiculous. But we'll touch on that later. I just want to bring you back to the Sheffield experience because again, as you
Yeah.
mentioned, you had a wild card. You were thinking about pulling out, but you said, look, it's a first edition. I think I'm a 6, 70, 80%. Do you know what I mean? That mean I might not be able to get the world record, but I should be able to have fun. So talk to me through about the experience itself. Because people just talking about Sheffield, right? I mean, I was in the audience. I was in the audience. I got in, I had my glowing stick here, glowing left, right, and center, screaming all of you guys' name. I lost my voice. It's fine. I got my voice. But you guys that were on that platform,
Yeah.
how was that first time when you stepped out on that platform thinking, okay, this
I was so that's me, because I think I'm really really emotional person and really sensitive. But I didn't really enjoy that Sheffield, but not because of how it was run or whatever. Like, it was what SBD did. It was just crazy and amazing. It was just personal. It's like, you are an athlete, and I think you gonna understand what I mean. But when you're injured and you know the pressure of that meet and what you have to do in order to win, and you have no chance to win, you are dealing with a back injury, everybody is going to watch you, and you are not, and you can't give 100% of yourself. So I was just really sad, really frustrated. Um, and I was even not even feeling like myself. So yeah, it was weird. It was weird for me as an experience, because it was the first time um, I was on that stage and dealing with those problems. So yeah, I was not on the best condition for as personal as myself as an athlete.
yeah, I think again you touched there when you said as an athlete, when you're injured, because one thing people don't understand as professional athletes, when you're injured, the expectation is not just about me going there and being Leah or being Durant or being Pana. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
almost the expectation in yourself. You know what you're capable of, but you have that
yeah,
limit. Something's limiting you to break through that wall or that glass ceiling. So it almost is frustrating because you know I can push a world record, I can push this, I can push that, but because
yeah.
of back injury, you can't, and the frustration comes in almost take the excitement out of the me because of the condition you're in, which I understand. Not many will
Yeah.
relate to that.
Yeah, but there is one thing I'm happy about that meet is, um, that it proved. So I was dealing with L5S1 disc injury, and people tend to speak, once you have an hernia, you can't come back from it, you can't lift heavy anymore, blah 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 blah. And when I worked with my mental coach, I was like, Sheffield, at first, Sheffield in my mind was a weird place, because I was like, well, you can win money and that's amazing, but money for me, it's not a motor. It's not something that's going to push me because, I'm going to win big money, I have to push. Like, it's not a motivation for me. And I was like, I have to find a motivation to do that, Sheffield, because I'm not motivated by money. You are not winning a title. Like, it's weird as an athlete when you think about it.
Yeah.
But well, you can break world records. And I was like, well, I don't even know if I can break world records because I'm dealing with that back injury. Um, and she said to me, you have to find a motivation to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use that mean to prove everybody that you can come back from a disc injury. And I think I proved right.
You've done. I mean, you're what you secured yourself another world title. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
in powerlifting, I know there's Sheffield now. People will rate Sheffield being the highest level of powerlifting. But to me personally, it's not because I haven't made Sheffield yet, but it's, I think, being a world champion still trump Sheffield. Sheffield is a show, right? It's good. There's
Yeah.
money to win. Yeah, there's money there to be made, which is a fantastic job that what SBDs are doing. But the world championship still remain the world championship, right? It's something that we can hold dear. So yeah, you won a world championship. So it is proving that fact you said you can come back for these things. So yeah, and again, going back to again Sheffield again. I know, as you said, the injury you had took that excitement away from you from the competition. But when you went home and sat back, did you rewatch Sheffield, or is something you
I
say,
didn't.
no, I'm too hurt?
I I didn't at all. To be honest, once Sheffield was done, I was like just feeling a lot of relief. Like, just all the pressure of that mean, I was like, I don't want to hear about it anymore, but Sheffield 23, because yeah, I don't know how to say it in English, but like, je l'ai subi.
Oh,
En
like to
français.
be. So
Oui, I don't know how you say that in English.
so basically, so you've witnessed it, and then you say to yourself, "Do you know what? I'm done. That's it.
Yeah,
Well, let's move on." So, I mean, what you just said there, Leah, is me with Malta, right? I had a horrendous day in Malta, which I don't. I now understand what happened, the mistakes that we made across the world, across the journey to get there. But again, if anyone asks me, "Have you watched it?" I haven't, because that durance that was in Malta on that platform, I almost can't even remember that person. I cannot recognize that person. Every time I watch that person, the demeanor, the approach to my lifting and everything, I'm thinking, this is not a lifter that trained for a world championship. This is not a
yeah,
lifter that was pretty much one of the strongest guy on the prep today. So me, I haven't watched it. Why? It's because I know people will bash me on this, but it's just I think like I've tried to ignore that performance. It's almost never existed because that person on the platform, that's not me.
yeah.
I do not recognize that.
That's how I felt about Sheffield 23. This is how I felt, and I was like, I'm not really proud of myself for that competition. It was a lot of pressure, and yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. I was fighting it more than anything. um, but it's more like at the personal level. It's like my personal experience with my history as an athlete.
Yeah,
But talking about Sheffield in terms of organization, what SBD, the public, it was crazy. It
yeah.
was crazy.
That's something they've done a tremendous work there. I mean, I think we're gonna take a segue a little bit and move on just slightly a different direction. You talk about your experience as a lifter and basically negative experience in your life. I read your book, right? I know
Yeah.
a lot of people spoke about this book, and a lot of people questioned you about this one. I only have one question about the book. How did what you went through, everything you've said in the book, because we're not going to go chapter to chapters, in terms of like the loss, the disappointment, the stress, and everything else you went in that book, how does that shape you to be a better lifter now?
Um, So I never thought about writing a book at first, like never ever. But I always loved to write. Um, like it's something that read and writing. It's something that I have done since I'm a kid, and it's my manager who was like, "Lya, you have too much things to say to people. You have to write a book." And I was like, I'm not a writer. Like, I love to write, but like, it's different to being a writer. Um, and he was like, I know you are capable to do it. So I did it. And actually, I loved it and really enjoyed the process because you really think and dig into your history. Like, when you are going through something, you are her, like you are in the thing and you are not able like to stay back and think about it. But writing and being an adult right now, I was like, wow, okay, this is why what happened, and what now I can understand why I'm like that, what I really like that. And yeah, it just really a good experience to do, and I loved it because I love to think about stuff and understand everything, and the behavior, the human behavior, the feelings, the reaction, like everything. It's something that I'm passionate about, like kind of psychology. So yeah, it was a really good experience.
I mean, it's what you said is like when sometimes when we think about something or when we experience something, like again, as you mentioned, you experience Sheffield not in a good way, like everybody else is singing due to the fact that what you were going through. And I think I gave an example for me, my performance in Malta there is you go through that, you don't really almost you don't process it, but when you put it on black and white on paper, you just realize thing you go like, oh shit, this is actually
Yeah.
what I went through. Do you know what I mean? This is some heavy shit. Do you know what I mean? How did I even survive? So again, when I read your book, it's like almost like the emotions, all the feelings that you had there, you put that on paper. Even someone reading and thinking, "Oh fuck, this girl went through this. How the fuck did she survive?" Because my mind, I was thinking, can you go through what you went through in your life and then turn out the other way, the other side of the world, to be one of the best, if not the best, powerlifter on the planet? How did you translate those negative emotions to positive? How did you do that?
That's a good question. So I think when I found powerlifting, and I just knew I could be good at it if I really like focus and give everything I have. Um, it's helped me to prove everybody was making fun of me, um, that I had value. And I actually what make the transition is like I wanted to show the world that I had value and I could do something great in my life. And I think after once I prove everybody, it's more. It was not so. When I think about it now, it was not more. It was not really that I have to prove everybody, but it's more I have to prove to myself that I worth it. I had value because before I thought like I had no value. I will never do anything in my life. Um, and powerlifting gave sense to my life.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things as a elite athlete in terms of like people just think this sport is a joke. This is why I get upset when people take the piss out of powerlifting. People
Yeah,
just talk rubbish about the sport and people bash us for performance, but they don't really understand what the sport has given back to us that on the platform. Don't get me wrong. There's people
yeah,
on that platform that we compete against. They're only doing it for banters. They don't
mm,
care. The sport hasn't given them nothing. But people like us and the rest, the sport has given us that secure environment where we can feel ourselves, we can feel valued. Do you know what I mean? We can
mm,
feel like we've achieved something. Again, like what you mentioned there, like you wanted to prove to yourself that you're capable of doing something. So
yeah.
my question
And I wanted to feel strong. I think it's something that I was not feeling before. I thought I was weak, because I was letting the other kids make fun of me. I was letting them, bully me at school, and I was not saying anything. So when I found powerlifting, I was like, I'm gonna be strong for every moment that has been weak when I was a kid. And I needed that. I needed to feel
I think
strong.
what you should do next time, go and find those kids now. Go and find them and say, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna
So
get
you know what is funny actually? It's some of them come back now and text me on Instagram or whatever. Oh, how are you? Blah blah. I saw that now, blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I remember what you did. Why are you talking to me right now?
so powerlifters don't
But
forget things, you know?
you know the worst part of it is I'm pretty sure they don't even remember what they were saying or what they were doing.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that,
the truth, isn't
yeah,
it? You know, I mean, because you were the victim at that time, you remember every minute, every word,
yeah,
and then they just can't. And then the reality now, the excuse will be like, "Oh, they were just children. How do you expect them to
yeah.
remember? You don't know what you've caused." Do you know what I mean? I mean, I was talking to Carl Johansson, the Swede, the legend killer, the other day. He was talking about the similar issues in terms of like mental health and all of that stuff. So hopefully I'm gonna get another session with him on this. You know, when you go through that type of experience, it leaves a mark in you for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
So, I was actually talking with my friends and reflecting on that, and I was like, I struggle with social media, for example. I really, really struggle with social media. I struggle like to put content out there, to put story, and I'm always scared, like people, I don't know, that people make fun of me or whatever, and I feel like this is a fucking trauma. This is my trauma I'm dealing with every day because I have been bullied since I'm a kid until like late, and because of my autism and all the stuff. So I'm like, this is my trauma today. I'm scared to put myself out there because I'm scared to live the same again.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm working on it actually. I'm trying to work on
You're
it.
doing amazingly well, right? The thing is that sometimes, like, we as a human being, we do forget sometimes to take the wins where they are the wins. We just see the
Yeah.
bigger picture thinking, oh, am I doing well? You know, I mean, I'm strong in this. I mean, you got 178,000 followers on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So there's some cities don't even have 178,000 people. So realistically, you have got a couple cities following you. So it means you're doing something right. You know, whoever is on the platform, whoever is in your social life, whoever is on your outside powerlifting, whatever you're doing, you're successful at it. You know, and then sometimes you need to sit there, look at yourself in the mirror, say, "Damn, Lya, you've done well compared to where those people are pulling you, pushing you around."
Yeah, that's
You know?
that's hard to do. Like really.
Yeah, I know, I
That's
know.
really hard.
Eventually, it will come. You look at you now. You know, you're squatting 211 kilos. You know, that's history, right? I always say history is for people to know, people like me. The present is spotting more than that. Anyway, yeah. Let's I know again I just wanted to bring that segment on the book is because I think I know it's written in French. I have the privilege to speak French and read French, and I read it and
So
it's a
I'm gonna. It will be available on ebook on English. I'm have been translating it. So
brilliant. That's amazing. So
for
yeah,
those who wants to read it, yeah.
yeah. We'll ask people to get that book and read that book, and it has got some what we say in English, some heavy shit. Read that book. Go and read it. So anyway, bringing back, of course, Sheffield. I know we spoke about the Sheffield that just won. There's another Sheffield coming because at the World Championship, you show people who's the real bitches, right? And everyone accepted, and they just like bow down. We move on. So Sheffield is coming, and before I go to your training, I'm just gonna speak to as Indy, my friend, will say to the tiger in the room instead of the elephant. But let's talk about the ladies in the
Yeah,
69 kilo class. Right? There's Carola, of course. We
yeah.
know Carola's been your nemesis from the get go, right? It looks like. Do you sometimes feel like, girl, just leave me alone, let me be? Why are you just following me everywhere? Do you sometimes feel like?
um, no, I think, yeah, I think both of us, we push each other for sure.
Healthy, isn't
So
it?
it has been when we were when well she's still 63, but when I was 63, like I took her world record. She took it from me this year. And now she's coming 69, and I knew what she was coming 69. That's the move to do, because you don't have to cut weight. And the world record is one of the lowest right now compared to the other one.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm happy she's coming. I'm happy to going head to head. And as I said, like she win in 2019, I win at the Arnold's, and now it's like, okay, who is really the best?
On. And then just to make things even interesting and crush the party, here we go.
Yeah,
The,
Agata.
the Polish queen. She said, "Do you know what, Carlina? I don't care. Take your 600 kilo total as a 76. I'm going to 69." How do you feel?
I was very surprised. I was not expecting that at all. But it just makes things excited. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to go against the two of them, because I know it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a show because I have the squat, they have the bench, Agata and I, we have the deadlift. So it's like, I think until the final deadlift, like the match will go on.
So do you want us to talk about bench, because I don't talk about bench because I can't bench. You don't mind us talking about bench, right?
Well, maybe some people is gonna be surprised by my bench at Sheffield, actually. Well,
See?
I'm not thinking I'm going for the world record. Not at
But
all.
it's coming up. It's coming up, right?
Uh,
You don't have a bad bench.
but dude, for this prep, I'm doing stuff that, yeah,
I mean,
like
to be honest,
I'm pushing.
the
I'm pushing.
bench.
So
What did
so
you bench in
people,
Malta?
if they don't expect me to bench, they will be surprised.
So I mean, what did you bench in Malta? Is that 115 in Malta?
115, yeah.
115 is not easy bench for a 69. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry. I know.
Yeah, but they are both at 150 kilos
Yeah,
on bench.
but Leah,
Like,
there is what we call that. You know, in powerlifting, in the sports we do, there's outliers. Is that me saying, "Oh, Enna's deadlift"? I can do something about it. No, there's nothing I can do about it. What? There's nothing I
yeah.
can do about it. It's the same thing as well. When it's saying that your squat, they're both probably looking at your squat thinking, "Ah, for fuck's sake." No.
Well, Caroline is not that far from my squat. Like, she has a good squat. But yeah, Agata, she's compared to me and Carola, she's a little bit behind on squat, but like she has a huge bench and she has a huge deadlift.
It would
So
be
yeah, we have three different profile, like me squat deadlift, Agata bench deadlift, and Carola squat bench. So yeah, I think it's gonna be excited, like to see.
to me, it's like, of course, I've heard the rumors when Carola is going up to 69 and Agata is dropping, and of course, I did slid in Agata DM to just speak to her about it a bit. So when the news came out from KOTL, I was just like, wow, this will be interesting. And then it's just like that 69 kilo class. It's not just about because okay, let me just say, you three at Sheffield will be representing your weight class, that weight class. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what
I thought that would be crazy to have a 69 podium only.
yeah, it's
That would
crazy,
be crazy.
And then to be fair as well, it's like everybody around the world and that 69 ladies, they will be looking at you three thinking, okay, that is the standard. That's where you want to get to,
Yeah.
right? I know we're going to be talking about individual record in a minute, but the performance itself, the camaraderie there on that platform, that's where people want to be. And in term talking about this friendship battle, let me ask you this, because there's some lifters, and especially I mean, I think this one, people hate me on this one, this has probably come from Americans, where when we're on the platform, when we're competing, I'm not your friend. Let me be your friend when the competition is finished and I've beaten you. Even if when I win, don't talk to me.
Um,
But how do you feel about that? So in terms of like you, Agata, and Corolla, do you feel some sort of like, I want to crush them? Do you know what I mean? I'm the real bitch. Is that how you feel?
So of course I want to win, like every
Mm,
like they want to win too. But I'm not in that mindset that on the platform you're not my friend. I'm
mm,
not really thinking about that at all. I'm just thinking about what I have to do,
mm,
and to lift the weight. And if you're stronger than me, it's you're stronger than me. Like, yeah, I don't really feel that way. Like you're not my friend on the platform. But yeah,
mm.
that's not really how I process. The way I process is really I'm just focused on myself. I let the coach deal with the match, um, and that's it. But I think I'm quite friendly actually on the platform. Like, yeah,
Yeah, but you are them ones like it's almost like pretty much like me. I'm friendly all the way to even when I'm choking my hand to get on the platform. I'm still friendly, but as soon
yeah,
as I pass that technical control, the beast come in. Almost like tunnel vision. I can't see nobody. All I can
yeah.
see is
That's I understand what you mean, but when I'm thinking about pulling, I'm not thinking that I have to do it against them. Like
Mhm,
I'm doing it for me, for my total,
mhm.
for me as an athlete because I want to pull it. That's yeah. I'm not thinking about my opponent at all when I compete.
Yeah, because the consumption, some people is like I've heard this, especially with some handlers. They go like, "Oh, you got to pull this because if you don't pull this, the other person win or the other person comes there." No, that's not what I fucking need. Just tell me, Durins, for your total to be bigger, go and pull this, and I'm going to pull that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So because when you're going up someone against, as I said there, I keep on mentioning it. You're going up someone against Anna, you're telling me, oh, you gotta pull your deadlift because if you don't, Anna will outpull you. How is he gonna outpull me? He's an opener. He's fucking 10, 20, 15 kilo more than my last attempt. Do you know what I mean? So all these like I'm gonna do it for me rather than everybody else. As you said, you're stronger than me. You win. You
I
win.
think yeah, I think it's important to focus on yourself and you compete because if you focus on what the other one is doing, it's just more stress. And I did the mistake on my first international competition. I was going against Ivana,
Mhm,
and uh, everybody was saying that I was supposed to win because I was stronger than her, but she had more experience
mhm,
and
mhm.
experience matter on the platform. And she was just focusing on what she has to do when I was focusing on what she was doing and not pulling on the platform. She won.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So I learned from that mistake, and since then I'm not watching the screen board. Um, I'm doing my things, my music. Like I don't want to watch or know anything. I trust my coach. You do the job. That's it. And
Yeah.
I do my job is just to pull on the platform. That's all.
I respect that. I respect that. Yeah. So now, like, yeah, we spoke about the girls, Agata and Carola coming in. We're gonna touch on them a little bit later on as well, a bit. In terms of yourself, because you had a horrendous experience with the Sheffield is just gone. So this Sheffield is coming, and Leah's trainings just blew up. Well, when I mean training blow up, all your free lift. I'm not talking about just the squad that you're a queen for. I mean, your deadlift, I was watching the other day, even your bench, you've been hiding some of the stuff. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
someone like me, I got my spies across the world. I know what's going on. So, I mean, yeah, of course, you don't need to give us the game plan or anything, but to talk to me about your training because now you're building, you're not maintaining, you're getting stronger, right? So, how is it going?
Yeah. So it's going great. Really, really great, more than what I was expecting. Um, and it's simple. I said to my coach, listen, this is my chance to win Sheffield. I'm going again the 69, 269. I'm super hyped. I'm ready to work my ass off. And I say, I'm ready to die if I need to. Just, I told him, like, push me the hardest, like the hardest I can, because I'm ready to do it. And this is what I'm doing right now. Um, I'm in the mental state like I never has been before. Um, I'm doing stuff that I was never doing before. So yeah, I'm just 100% focused on my prep right now. And I just want to show the world what I'm capable to do at the 69. And if people think they are close doing 540, no, not even close.
I mean, we all can agree with that. Again, you said something there. I just pick push me. push me as hard as you can, right?
Yeah.
The other thing as well, right? Maybe just in context, just for the listeners, Leah's coach is Leah's partner, right?
Yeah.
So when you say to your coach, "Ben, push me as hard as you can," do you think in deep down he has a think of that thing in his mind, thinking, "Okay, this is my girl, right? I can't be pushing her as hard as I can because
Oh no.
I can."
He is tough. Like, when people ask me about my coach, Jason and Ben, and I'm like, dude, and some people sign up and some people they just gave up. I was like, dude, you really need to be ready. You really need to be ready to give your fucking soul to it. um because the way they train, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. But if you really stick to it, if you really like believe in the process, it's crazy.
Yeah,
The progress you can do, it's just crazy.
the evidence.
And Taylor proved it. Like Taylor proved it. Um,
And you are.
so yeah, for example, one day I was like, to be honest, I never complain about training. Like even if it's heavy, I'm really someone like I do the work and I'm not complaining. And I think for one of the first time I complained because I was doing so much volume, about 8 reps, 6 reps, 5 reps, like all the week like that. And I was like, I text Ben. I was like, tell me when it will be done because I can't anymore. I'm tired. You know what he said? He said, "You want me to say, Caroline, that you're tired?" I was like, "Okay."
I'll do it.
No, no, it's not because I'm his girlfriend that he don't push me. No,
It doesn't
I
go
think it's
easy.
the contrary.
Yeah, I think he want your success, isn't it? He want your success. So again,
Yeah.
of course, as fun as it sounds, like you want me to tell Caroline that you're tired, because in my mind, what I have in my mind is always when I'm going up against people, right? I know we said on the platform is for the individual, but in training is when I don't care what people think. I almost bring people and live in my head, because in training when I'm so tired, when I'm about to do that last set, last rep, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm just gonna cut it off today, and I'll be like, hang on. I'm struggling with one set to go, but my competitors have done five ahead of me. Do you know what I mean? So I can't be struggling. Fuck it, load it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's sometimes the mindset. It works sometimes for others. For other people, they will have their way of navigating that. Yeah, yeah. But again, right, going back to that push we said, isn't has it not occurred to you because you've been injured, you've had issues in the past, with the volume, the push? Does it have in your back of your mind thinking, "Oh, this push might break me again," or is it something you just have overcome?
So I'm really knowing my body now. Like I know when, okay, this is not the moment, and okay, I can go.
Mm,
Um, so I changed my weight to squat and I changed my weight to deadlift since then. Um, so yeah, when I'm training, I don't have back issues at all. I'm not dealing with it. I can deal with it a little bit now, but it's more so in my daily life. But I put like I'm doing my rehab. I'm walking every day. Yeah, I'm doing stuff like in order to help. And after it's managing the stress, because when I'm stressed and under sleep, like I just feel it like immediately. So no, I'm not really thinking about that. And for example, what happened like a few weeks ago,
mm,
um, like I had like a lumbago, but it was like more so in my butt. That was really, really tight. I just knew I would be alright in one week. Like I just know more my body actually now, and I'm more aware of it. So that's something that this injury helped me with. It's um, to take care more of my body and to know him more.
yeah, understanding more about the movement and how you feel. That's crucial, because one
Yeah.
thing one thing I would tell young lifters listening to this is you all I mean learning about understanding your body almost become a different exercise, a different task in your lifting journey, because people think like, I know my body better than anyone, I understand my body. Even no, you do not know your body. You don't understand your body until you put your body through a place or circumstances that you can't
Yeah,
control.
it's just crazy what pain can teach you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yeah. So yeah, moving back to again, I think we spoke about your training, we spoke about everything else you're going through. So, what specific record are you expecting to go for? I'm not talking about
uh,
the record.
squat,
Yeah.
squat deadlift total.
So you're going for squat deadlift total? Jesus Christ. Okay, that would be interesting. So
Well, bench, I will never have a world record bench. Maybe if I cut 57.
no, have faith, Leah. Have faith. We always have to have faith. Remember when you
Oh
started
no.
this, you wanted to prove yourself. You want to be strong. You want to prove those bullies how strong you become. Look at now. You're multiple time world champion, multiple world record holder. So you never know. I'm not jinxing that, but I'm just saying, what's 150? Just load
I wish. I
it.
wish.
So, in terms of numbers now, what numbers are you? Because you can tell me, or you can tell or not, because some people are transparent with it, some people are not. But a reality is, um, Sheffield is based on world record, breaking world records. Whether you had your numbers from me, when you don't, I know what the world records are. If you said squats, deadlift, and total, this squat is 211.5 by yourself. The deadlift is 240 by Kimberly Walford, and the total is 549 by yourself. So, what are these numbers? How much are you willing to push these? Because the deadlifts, you can break it by 0.5, it's fine. You're still gonna get
Yeah.
5. So, what about the other two numbers?
So
I mean, you said about
I
2.5.
I don't want to say what numbers I have on my mind and we are aiming, but it's gonna more than 220 kilos on squat. This is the only thing I can say.
That's basically
And
smashing you back.
I know, Agata say that we need 580 because she's aiming for 580 at 69. I'm saying she's gonna need more than 580 to beat me.
Jeez.
That's all I can say.
Damn. So, talking about it, um, Girls Power, she loaded for 600 kilo on that last deadlift, and I spoke to her about it. I'm gonna have her on the podcast as well and to elaborate on
Yeah,
this. I spoke to her about it. She said to me, "Oh, I was lighter on the girls' power. I had to drink almost half a gallon of water before weighing, so my body weight can hide from people." See, I was like, "You didn't hide it properly because we all know off season you're around 80 kilos. You come into
yeah,
girls' power being 72, 74. People will be thinking, what's going on here?" And Sheffield is
yeah,
on the
for
card.
sure.
So, I mean, again, these are big numbers, right? In terms of like, if she's pulling for 600 at that last deadlift, and then again, drop a few kilos, 580, to me, to be fair with you, Leah, is not unrealistic for you guys to start hitting those numbers. As you said, she will need more than 580. Jesus Christ. That just in context, the world record is even, I'm scared. I got goosebumps before I said this. The world record is 549. And you ladies are talking about 580 plus.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think the three of them we are capable to do it. The three of them.
Yeah, I really believe that. I really believe that the capabilities there. So, in terms of your competitor, which is Agata and Carola, as a coach, as you and your team, you probably have an idea where they are in terms of numbers at Sheffield. Do you think you can share that insight with us a little bit?
What I think they are capable to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
So, um, doing the numbers, but you never know. Like you never know. It's just prognostic. But I'm expecting Carola to squat at least 215 for sure. Um, and what she squat is what she's deadlifts most of the time.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say 215 again, and I'm expecting her to bench at least 150. So doing that, she's already at 580.
Jesus Christ.
Um, whatever she said, Agata, uh, I watched her historic of competition, and I was like, you never have done any competition as a 69 just one when you started. And after most of the time, your body weight, you are between 74 and 80 kilos.
Yeah.
Uh, and I used to cut 63. So I know how cut like impact your performance and impact you on the platform. Even if you say just 2 or 3 kilos, 2 or 3 kilos when you are a woman, it's not anything. Like it's a bit like so she will be a little bit less impacted because she's more awake. She's the percentage between cutting to 63 that to 69, it's lower, but still it's still cutting. So I'm not expecting her to do more than what she's doing 76, but to be able to do roughly the same and maintaining strength while she's cutting.
Mhm.
So I'm expecting like 190 maybe on squat, 150 maybe more on bench, but her bench, he's like, I don't know how to say, but like on the
It goes up and down, up and down. It's not consistent. The consistency is not there.
yeah, and it's not about the consistent, about the referees, like the standards.
Oh, the standard.
I know she struggled a bit with it because of elbow depth and stuff like that. So I hope she will fix it until then. So yeah, so I was 190, 150 on bench, and I expecting her to do at least maybe 245 on deadlift. It's already like 585. So, and I think I'm generous on squat, but
So,
but you never
so,
know.
so if Carola is on 580 and Agata's on 585 and you'll be on the 585.5. So
That's the goal.
that's the
No,
goal.
but I'm expecting her between 580 and 590, both of them, like for
Yeah.
sure.
It's just like to talk about these numbers at 69. They're incredible numbers, right? These are numbers. If you go back 3, 4 years ago, we wouldn't even been talking about 500 as a 69. Do you know what I mean? And then you guys are pushing north 500 closely because
Yeah, but
to
you know,
me,
I remember those days when I started pro lifting and we were like, nobody is gonna do 500 as 63, and now the world record is 557. Like,
that's
it's just
incredible.
crazy. I remember when I said one day I will squatting 200 at 63, people were making fun of me. Yeah. Look, I did it.
People bullied you again because you set high
Yeah,
expectation. So I think again, right, this is just incredible. But the thing is, like me as an spectator being there in Sheffield, is I want you guys to push each other to the brink, where to get the best out of each other. And we're talking about 580. We might end up with all of you guys hitting 600. Do you know what I mean?
that would be crazy.
And then I will not pass it on you guys because the strength, the talent, all three of you, the experience is there. Carola on our side, world game medalist. You know what I mean? She's done in the quips, she's done it here, world champion. And Agata has done world championship in the juniors, and she's been on this international
Yeah.
platform for a
I,
while.
I actually I actually think Carola is really, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I will be wrong, but right now this is how I feel. I feel it and say it. She will still be my main competitor because she has more experience, and I know how experience is important on the platform. And I gotta, she's still young on the platform, like so. So yeah, for example, and I don't want to be um, um,
It's a,
bad when I say
it's a
that,
safe place, yeah. It's a safe.
but
You can
for
talk.
example, I gotta, when you watch her history, she tend to miss more lifts, and I know, for example, Carola is super consistent,
Yeah,
I'm expecting her to go 9 for 9.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
except if she has to pull for the win and load a huge deadlift, maybe not. But like, I'm expecting her to go 9 for 9. I'm not expecting Agata to go 9 for 9, for example. And we know that most people, when they go 9 for 9, they have more chance to win.
They have
So
a 9 for 9 meet is hard to beat.
I'm talking about statistic right now, so
Yeah,
I don't want to people be mad with me.
I mean, the thing, a 9 for 9 meet is hard to beat, and you've proven in the past that you've gone 9 for 9 and you're untouchable, right? Although the level you are compared to your competitors in the world stage is almost like, yeah, second deadlift, bye bye guys, I'm gone. So, but again, it's just hard to beat a 9 for 9 performance. It's very, very hard. So no matter
Yeah,
who you are, when someone goes 9 for 9, it's just like fuck. Do you know what I mean? Especially that person is your close competitors, as you said, Carola. If she goes 9 for 9, and then you probably have to load to be her. You know, and
yeah,
load is a 50-50%. Do you know what I mean? So it's crazy, but it will be interesting to see where you guys push this. But talking about Sheffield is not just about you three to win Sheffield. These other women that you guys need to beat. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you can total 600,
yeah.
but
That's true.
yeah, but if Natalie Richard comes in and total 560, 570, you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? You know. So and then there is the what do you call it? The stone collector that we call her Evie is there.
Mm.
She's
Yeah.
watching. She's listening. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of like your competitors, Leah, what not just the 69, I'm talking about Sheffield, the whole roster in general. What message do you have for them? Because you're coming up to beat them.
Yeah. So I said, talking with people, with the coaches and my friends, I was like, I think the podium is going to be some 69 for sure, because we're going to push the world record like at least 20, 30 kilos. And I'm expecting 57 and 84 plus.
So we're talking about Brittany. I got Brittany coming up here on oh shit.
Yeah, Brittany, Sonita on
Yeah,
84 plus.
yeah.
57, I'm thinking about Natalie too. Um, I
That's
wish
that's
47 because Keith is my friend, but I know she's dealing with some issues right now, and it's hard for her to train.
yeah.
But yeah,
She'll get there.
52, I think they're gonna put the world record. Um, but I don't know if it's gonna be like as huge as before because it's already high.
Mhm.
But I'm expecting Heavy to break it still. But I don't know if it will be enough compared to what, for example, we can do at the 69. Yeah,
But again, right? I mean, talking about the 52s, of course, there is Naomi that never gives up. Do you know what I mean? She's like a
yeah.
dog that just come at you every time. Literally, you push her away, she's just coming. Do you know what I mean?
We
That's
say she's a bulldog.
exactly
Like
that's why I
she's
see her.
after you all the time.
When she goes on a platform, she goes, like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my god, you don't want to piss out." So it's gonna be an interesting battle between those two again, as you said. It's so high, but it just depends how high can he go in terms of
Yeah.
pushing. Because these ladies are 52 kilos. Do you know what I mean? To expect them to get to that 500 kilo, that's huge. But nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible, but yeah,
That's
that's huge.
huge. That's huge.
That's huge.
That's huge. I know. So yeah. So what's the final message you're sending to them?
The final month.
To everybody,
um,
everybody, including the 84 plus women, even if they're bigger than you, but you're sending a message to them. Go on.
um, no, I think I would say that I was not a threat in Sheffield 2023, but I'm a real threat right now at the 2024, and I'm coming to win, whatever it takes.
Damn. So you're the real bitch in town. Then you're coming. I'm gonna buy all of you guys. I'm gonna come for the check. So again, Sheffield is there. The money's there. Has the money ever come in mind, or you and your team? I'm talking about Jason and the whole TSG, or is he more about we want to showcase how strong we are? Whatever comes after is just the spoil we're gonna enjoy.
We don't care about money, really. Like, for Jez and Ben and I, it's not a motivator at all. What we love is to show the world like their method works, and that they are one of the best. That's all. That's what we want to prove.
Great, great. Because sometimes like people try to find incentive wanting to do these big meet. Some people think Sheffield is just about I'm going there to get money, I'm going there to get money. Sometimes it's not just money. I mean, sometimes you go there to just get experience. You know, we had Mo. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mo is a showman, right? Everyone that was on that stage in the Sheffield, I know what Gavin did, what Jesus did. Personally, in my personal opinion, I don't think anyone was as exciting as Mo on that platform. Right? He got the last invite that come in, he just lit the platform up. So sometimes you just want that experience, even though Mo, you're listening, you missed 391. I'm still mad at you. But anyway, so it's just the excitement there. Like you want to be there, you want to experience what everybody else's experience is more important. So, what message do you have for now for the people that are willing and still doubting to buy the ticket for Sheffield? What are you
Oh,
telling them?
no. They have to come. They have to come. Like, to me, if I was not an athlete, like competing, dude, I will be there. I will be there. Like, I'm just that passionate that I love powerlifting so much that I'm like, you have to be there. You have to be there because it's a unique experience. Um, like it's a show. Like it's like you're going to a concert or whatever. Like, but it's for sport. So I'm like, yeah, you have to come. And after you can meet the athletes, we can spend time together. So no, yeah, right.
Guys, listener, you heard it.
Take my money.
Heard it.
I
Come,
take.
Leah's gonna deliver. So anyone that's willing to come to Sheffield thinking, oh, can I buy a ticket now? Buy. If you want to see Leah hit that 602 or that 69, get your ticket. Do not watch it on the live stream. Believe me. Just coming, turned up. The last one, my last question for you is the World Games coming in 2025, right? Sheffield
Yeah,
will qualify you for the World Games. It's the World Championship that will qualify you for the World Games. In terms of like top three at the World Championship, get an automatic qualifier, and of course there will be wild card. From my understanding, that's what I've read so far. So, is your mindset thinking about the World Games as well? If
yeah.
so, if so, what weight class would you be competing at World?
I'm staying 69. I think I don't see myself going back to 63 right now. Um, yeah, I still want to do a few stuff in 69. So, and I don't have that stress or that pressure to cut weight. I can keep bulking. So yeah, for the moment it will be 69 for Sheffield, for the World Games. Sorry.
So basically,
Oh my.
you don't want be cutting and put your best friend Ryan into trouble by leading you to lose to miss weight. So you're staying with the 69. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah,
Ryan,
but I said at some point I would go back 63 to take back the world record.
at some point you will go back, but just not now.
Yeah, because right now I'm light. But you know what? It's funny. It's I heard Agata on the podcast, and she was like, "Oh, I got Caroline. We need to eat because we're not full 69, and she will be a full 69." And I was like, "Dude, I don't need to be a full 69 to kick your butt."
No, that's my soundbite there. I think I don't want to anymore.
No worries about my weight. No worries.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I mean, some people don't need to cut away or they don't need to eat more to do madness, right? I mean, look what Austin Perkins is doing. So he can do that as an 83 if he want to, being
Yeah,
45. So do you know what I
yeah.
mean? He doesn't need someone like him. He's like you. You'll be like, look, guys, I don't need to be 83 to kick your butt. I just need to be 75. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Again, like of course the World Games will come, you compete against these three women. If they carry on as being 69, you go up against them a world. And then
Yeah.
there is a wave of the 69-kilo ladies coming. Basically, there's three of you, and
Mm,
after there's a gap, and after you is a bloodbath of the 69-kilo. And I'm sure you watch the Europeans. What do you
yeah,
think
I
about
did.
that? Especially with our British queens, right? Annie
Yeah.
and Tasman,
So
right?
I was expecting the Belgian to be Macht Clara and Annie. Like I knew, I didn't know the order, but I knew like it was just going to be those three on the podium because I was watching what they were doing on training and stuff. Um, and they were close to the world record. And actually, I was like, if Mart didn't have to secure the win,
Mhm.
she could have go for the world record for sure.
Yeah.
Like she had more in the tank, and I think if she had her third squat too, she could have go for it. Um, so well, it didn't happen, but yeah, I'm watching it, and I know they are getting stronger. But as I said, like the world record total won't be 550 anymore. Like no, so
You have one.
they have to train more after Sheffield to be close again.
Train harder. Lya, thank you very much. I know we've crashed a lot. I really thank you for coming, for your timing. I know time is precious on your time, and also you had a silent worker, and I know you're tired, but you still turned up. So thank you. So for those who are
Thank
listening,
you.
for those who are listening, guys, please give our likes and follow us on our social media. If you have any message for Lya, drop it on the group chat. Sorry, on the comment, or drop it personally to myself if Ria can't reply, because as I said, she has 178,000 followers on Instagram. Do not expect Lya to respond to your
I
messages, right?
I actually quite respond quite a bit to my DMs, but not everybody. But yeah, I answer.
She's better than most. She's better than others. But if Lya doesn't respond for the first time you try, reach out to me. I would just dial my number, say, Lya, respond to this person. Simple. Cool. On that note, guys, I'll speak to you guys very soon.